Brian Cristiano is here with us. This man on the desk is a miracle worker when it comes to producing features. Did a bunch for me when I was at Sportsnet in New York. And then we both left, and I went on to bigger and better things here at the Fox Business Network, and so did you. But you formed a production company. You weren't at that very long before you realized something within your business, right?
Yeah, what we realized is that it's actually, especially now with the economy, better for us to be an advertising agency. Because one thing that we're bringing to the table that no other companies are bringing is that we have all the production resources in-house. So bringing the advertising agency side onto the productions company side was just an obvious merger. And now it's just really kind of rolling out.
When did you decide to do this, real quick?
We decided to do this 3 months ago. Today we announced it officially.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what do you do? I mean, what do you do? If I want to come to you, what are you going to do for me?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to analyze your business and see if you're already currently advertising and marketing. We're going to look at where you're placing and how we can do that more effectively and where we might move your ad dollars to get you a higher ROI.
Now, you've sent some pretty interesting letters to some pretty big companies. We're talking about the Bank of Americas of the world and some other companies like that that really challenged them, right?
Yeah, what we did is we sent some letters that are pretty provocative up to those corporations, and we got a couple interesting responses back. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to say that, listen, we don't want to do business with companies that are just interested in looking cool and spending ad dollars to spend ad dollars. We want to work with businesses that are interested in increasing their brand awareness, increasing their marketing and advertising across the board, and doing it efficiently.
So I was going to say the gist of the letter, sorry, like to Walmart, was we don't want your business because you waste too much money.
Right? Exactly.
Did they come back and respond?
Walmart did not, but one of the other companies did, and I promise I wouldn't say which one.
Okay, let's talk about this, though. We're in the recession. People are cutting back. Ad dollars are the first to go.
Yes.
I could do guerrilla marketing on the web, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the heck else is out there these days, without having to spend any money. How are you faring through that?
Well, that's what's interesting, and that's where we're kind of stepping up, is the social media bracket, is that you can save a lot of ad dollars by moving your traditional media over to social media, Facebook, Twitter, all the other Web 2.0 devices. And what's interesting is that the companies we're doing business with is we're moving some of their dollars and cents over there. And it doesn't necessarily make sense for those companies to do it directly. I think they need an outside source that can do it properly and effectively, because just having a Facebook page doesn't necessarily get you any business. But doing it right and tying that in with all of the other marketing can be quite effective.
It's never easy to be an entrepreneur. In this market, it's got to be even worse. Plus, you're starting a business from scratch, essentially, the ad business. You're going up against Ogilvy and Mather, McCann Erickson, Sterling Cooper. Just kidding about that last one. But you're going up against some pretty heavy hitters. How are you going to manage it?
Well, what's very interesting is the feedback we've gotten is we have been able to talk to clients that are bigger than we probably would have ever been able to talk to. And the reason is that we're showing clients how they can save money and be more cost effective in their advertising dollars. The large ad agencies are doing what they've been doing for years. There has been no major change in the ad world since the advent of television advertising.
So you're undercutting the big guys, basically?
We're not undercutting them. What we're doing is we're creating a package that encompasses all forms of media, which is the social media, which is traditional, print, television, all of it. And what we're doing that's different, none of those large agencies have the production in-house. They all outsource it. Right. And those companies that they give the business to then outsource that business.
So if I'm a small business and I want to get out there and I don't have the money to do any kind of marketing myself, nor do I have the manpower to keep up with Facebook and Twitter because it's so damn time consuming, can I just come to you and you'll do it all?
Yeah, absolutely. We're completely all-inclusive. And like I said before, we can do everything all-inclusively at a much more cost-effective package rate than the large agencies could ever do it, because their overhead is so tremendous. And what we're doing is we're putting people in place that are there from the start all the way through the finish of the project, which ad agencies do not do traditionally.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about overhead. What was the expense for you to go from being a production company to being more of a full-service ad agency?
Well, we've had to take on some expenses. We've added a couple employees. What we've done is, in the past, we've actually done a lot of the creative for the larger ad agencies. So it's really, in a sense, not a large leap for us. What we're doing is now we're bringing on a couple of key people to oversee certain accounts, oversee the media buying and all of that end that we hadn't really had in place.
Yep.
But aside from that, our production end really kind of covers the gamut with as far as the creative is concerned. So that's already in place.
What's been your big client score? Has it been flat rate moving? Because I know, and the only reason I pay attention now is because I'm moving.
Because you're moving.
You
You want a flat rate, a low flat rate.
I can get you a great deal.
You see?
Be careful what you say, because I'm going to come hunt you down. What's been your big score so far?
Well, I think flat rate has really been one of our largest. They're a nationwide company. Their focus is in New York, the LA markets. They're in Miami. They're in a bunch of other states. And with that company, they came to us, and they've worked with some other large ad agencies prior to us. And when we sat down and talked to them, we showed them what we could bring to the table and how much money we could save across the board by bringing them in on the social media side as well as to traditional media. This is their first broadcast campaign, and we did 5 commercials all inclusively.
Yeah.
And they're really excited about it, and we aired it the day after the Super Bowl.
Great
Brian,
stuff.
way to go.
Yeah.
Good
Good to
luck.
see you, Brian.
Thank you very much.
What
I
does
do wish you the best.
It's 24DP. What does
That's
DP
right.
stand for?
Delta Pig. No, I'm kidding. That's what I tell people.
What does it?
It works.
Are you going to tell us what it stands for? Or is that secret?
It's a production company name, and now we're just kind of going with the numbers and the letters.
Oh,
and
Lord.
It's short,
Make
it's
it
easy to
up.
remember.
Your kids' names or something.
That's
DP. Brian Cristiano, executive producer. What's your website, by the way, if people want to go find out?
24DP. 24 D as in Dave, P as in Paul.com.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir.
That's
Good
it.
to see you, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, Brian
Thanks,
Cristiano
Brian.
Thank you.
from 24DP. Now